This 3-year-old little girl battling brain cancer is in San Diego tonight, hoping to heal by using a treatment found in a form of marijuana. She's using hemp oil to treat her illness.
New at 5, 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina joins us with how the girl is doing now with a combination of traditional and alternative treatments.
Steve, this is Dahlia. She's better than she's been in months. Her mother thanks doctors and nurses for saving her little girl's life with conventional surgery and with chemotherapy. But she drew the line at radiation, and that's where the hemp oil comes into play.
My toy.
Dahlia Barnhart is a little go-getter, an active 3-year-old who's battling brain cancer, and poster child for an herbal supplement, CBD. Her mom is sold on it.
Her quality of life was deeply diminished, and the CBD seems to me to almost overnight have given that back to her.
Dahlia had gone through months of treatment and was still suffering.
Issues with pain and brain damage, really, from the surgeries and the chemo both.
There's a growing trend made popular by a CNN special called Weed, examining alternative treatments.
We needed to try something else, and at that point in time, marijuana was that natural course of action to try.
Cancer, epilepsy, and other debilitating diseases.
The child who had had 300 seizures a week was now down to just one every 7 days.
Mariah Barnhart tried CBD and was immediately impressed.
The very first night she ever took it, she slept through the night for the first time in her entire life.
Along the lines of medical marijuana, but without the high. So there's not the stigma, no legal issues.
It has the same compounds, CBD, in it, but it does not have the psychoactive effects of THC, which is found in medical marijuana.
Hey there, it's Matthew with Hemp Meds PX. How are you?
CBD is produced here in San Diego at Hemp Meds PX. Big business already after just 2 years. 2,000 customers last year. Here's the lab where the hemp is distilled to various forms of the compound. A ½ milliliter daily dose is taken orally.
You generally put it under your tongue and let it absorb that way.
Keep in mind, this is a supplement, not traditional medicine.
It's definitely not a prescription drug. What it is, it's a simple compound that's found from a simple plant. Much like vitamin C is found from oranges, CBD is found from commercial hemp.
We also sought outside opinion and received this from the American Cancer Society. No comment about the specific product or any products that have not undergone rigorous scientific testing. We do caution all patients and caregivers consult with their physician before using any dietary supplement or alternative therapy. Now, Hemp Meds is seeking FDA approval. Steve Fiorina, 10 News.
I wanted to talk a little bit today about hemp oil and trigeminal neuralgia. I met somebody in town today, or actually a few days ago, that has been suffering from this. And when he told me about what it was, he told me it was called, the nickname for this disease is called the suicide disease, because people that have it are in such despair because the pain is so intense that a lot of them commit suicide. That's the way they deal with it. And I thought about it, and I remembered back a few years ago, I was in a position where I got this pain in the nerves in my teeth, and man, it would come and go, and when it came, I would literally have to drop to my knees and just hold myself because the pain was so intense. And I mean, when he said it was a suicide disease, that was what kicked in the memory of the pain that I experienced when I had this. And I didn't know what it was. It came and went. It was just, oh boy, it was scary, because like I said, when it came, there was nothing I could do but stop and deal with it in whatever way I could, which was basically being really, really quiet and trying to get in a really meditative state. That was the only thing that really assisted me. But I had friends that gave me pain pills, the most severe pain pills on the planet, and I was taking them right and left when it would come. It actually, there was one thing that made it so that I did not have any problem at all with it. And that was when I would eat psychedelic mushrooms, psilocybin cubensis, were during the time that I was on a journey with mushrooms, I could count on having absolutely no pain at all. During the rest of the time, if I wasn't on them, and it wasn't anything that I couldn't do them every day, but eventually it kind of just went away. So to get back to hemp oil, I gave some hemp oil to this gentleman, and he has had 0 problems since taking it. So I can see now, I mean, mushrooms are kind of a severe medication to be taking. You can't be doing it every day. But hemp oil, you can. So this is wonderful because, like I said, I've experienced firsthand the pain of this malady, and I totally understand it being called the suicide disease because the pain, whew. Man, I've never experienced pain like that, and I've had some pain in my life, physical pain to deal with, but nothing like that. It was really something. So, hemp oil, here we go, another miracle. Yeah, so anybody out there, the dosage on that is same as many other things. It's a maintenance dose. Maybe around a 16th or less, maybe a 20th of a gram, once in the morning, once in the evening. And not only will you not have any more problems with that, but the rest, if you have any other problems with your health, that will be taken care of as well, because hemp oil takes care of everything I've come across. It's just so amazing. So just putting that out there. Hope everybody's well. Aloha.
Hi, my name is Peter. I'm 52 years old, and I wanted to tell you how I very successfully treated my type 2 diabetes and obesity problem by digesting cannabis oil. In August of 2011, I went in for my regular 12-hour blood sugar fast test. The tests were 12%. That's 3 times too high. I was on 8 pills a day, 4 metformin and 4 dimacron. The family doctor told me that there was nothing more he could do, and he was sending me to a diabetic specialist. The diabetic specialist told me I was leaking 12 grams of protein out of my kidneys every day, and that he was sending me to a kidney specialist. Obviously, the medicine's not working, so I decided to try alternative methods to treating my type 2 diabetes. And I discovered what scientists call the endocannabinoid system. A small film by Sanofi Aventis Pharmaceutical Company claiming that the endocannabinoid system is in charge of body sensitivity to insulin and sugar levels. I saw a statement from Dr. Robert Melamine, PhD in biology, claiming that cannabis oil can treat autoimmune diseases. I came across Rick Simpson of PhoenixTears.ca. On his site is recipes for how to make the oil and how much to take. In 6 weeks' time, I went from this guy to this guy. The next fast test, which was at the end of November, showed that my blood sugar was 4.5%. I had to stop taking my pills in the middle of November because my blood sugar had gone below 4%. What you're seeing here is 2 pictures taken a year apart. August 2011 and August 2012. I am 50 plus pounds lighter. My diabetes has not been over 10% since November. You know, it took me less than 2 weeks to figure out how to cure my diabetes and obesity. I'm not suggesting there's been a suppression of evidence, but maybe a lack of interest because there's no money in it. I'm urging doctors in Canada and the States to research themselves on the endocannabinoid system. Make your decisions on science-based evidence. The evidence is all out there on the endocannabinoid system. It's an incredible part of our biology, and it should be learned by every doctor. Thank you.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, Brandon. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Yeah. We're not going to go into another one, are we? No. No. Yay. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Let's get to the couch. Let's go. Good boy. Easy.
Just likes to,
Come on. Slow down.
When I was 22, I was just married. We had been married for about 4 months, and my husband and I were both truck drivers, 18-wheel trucks. And I was his co-driver, and one night I was driving, and all of a sudden, out of the darkness, here comes a horse running straight towards the truck. So when he hit the truck, I tried to miss him, but he did not cooperate with us, okay? And when he hit the front of the truck, it knocked the fan back into the radiator into the engine, and the engine back up into the cab with me, okay? I'm bouncing around inside the cab trying to control the truck, and the engine lands right across my legs, okay? The engine bounces off, and I'm able to stand back up and recontrol the truck. So when we finally get out of the truck and we're both alive, you know, I had no idea how badly I was injured. The first person I see next to my husband was the coroner. They sent the coroner out to scrape me up off of the highway. Okay, so when we get back up here to Denver a few weeks later, they start doing the MRIs and everything, and they find out that at that point I had 6 broken vertebrae. The surgeon walked into my room and said, "I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. You'll never walk again." And I said, "Excuse me? Out of my way. Get out of my room, and I'm not leaving here in a wheelchair. I'm gonna walk away from this, somehow, some way." So for 23 years, I've been doing my physical therapy. I did learn how to walk again, and I'm out there in the world. But the one thing that helps my pain more than anything else is medical marijuana. I'd like to see it be easier for patients to actually get their certification, okay? The doctor's visit is cost prohibitive for most people, okay? And if we could get the price of that down, plus the $90 that it takes to get your card from the state, all those things are cost prohibitive for most of the patients that I've seen. There was a lady at my church that was talking to me about it. And, you know, most of my friends are still kind of, shh, don't talk about it. You know, we got to get our stuff on the side, you know? And it's like, no, if I'm going to be legal, I'm going to be legal all the way.
This 3-year-old little girl battling brain cancer is in San Diego tonight, hoping to heal by using a treatment found in a form of marijuana. She's using hemp oil to treat her illness.
New at 5, 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina joins us with how the girl is doing now with